For the last 400 years, swept by a reductionistic fervor and by considerable success, scientists have progressively dissected matter into ever smaller bits. So we've disassembled life into organs, and then cells, and then molecules, and then genes. And we've disassembled matter into atoms, then nuclei, then subatomic particles. And we've invented everything from microscopes to super colliders to study ever smaller bits of matter. But across many disciplines right now, scientists are trying to put the bits back together again, whether it's macromolecules into cells, neurons into brains, species into ecosystems, nutrients into foods, or people into networks. Scientists are turning their attention into how and why the parts fit together to make the whole, and how interconnection can give rise to properties that aren't present within the component parts. Understanding the structure and function of social networks and the phenomenon of emergence within social networks is thus part of this larger scientific movement. But sociology has always been doing this. It's always sought to put the parts back together and to make a bigger whole. It's always realized that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Moreover, sociology has always emphasized the extent to which we are not, in fact, masters of our own destiny. And in this regard, sociology has concerned itself with another ancient philosophical concern, namely the issue of free will. Because sociology is interested in the ways in which what happens to you aren't just a product of your own agency, don't just depend on your own choices and actions, but depend on broader structural factors outside of your control, like the race of your parents, or your birth order, or your birth weight, or the talents you happen to be born with, or superstructural factors such as the networks you belong to, or which country you were born in, or the relative wealth of these countries, or the culture of these countries, or the other attributes that surround you that you as a part of now come to partake of, and as a result determine your destiny just as much as your own individual choices and actions. It's the tension between structure and agency that we opened with. To what extent do our destinies depend on our own behavior, and to what extent do they depend on these larger factors that we've been discussing today?